We getting a deer this morning?
I don't know. You tell me. Christian shot one, but he's not telling us what he shot, nor where he hit it, or anything. He's not giving us any information, and I know that he knows.
How's that feel to be in the bed? Feel pretty freaking good?
Feels awesome. It's the first time I've been able to sleep with my legs straight.
Are you ready for Kansas? Where are we at right now?
Kansas ain't ready for me.
Where are we at?
None of your business.
No, what hotel though?
Motel 8?
Exactly. Good stuff. We're in Kansas. Got 2 mustaches. Just came out of Oklahoma, and it's time to eat, boys. In the morning. BBD. See you there. Alright guys, we are officially hotel living. It's supposed to rain literally all day, so what we're gonna do is get out, hunt this morning till about 11. It's gonna start raining. I'm probably gonna use this evening as a rest day, so that's what we're up to. I got high hopes for Kansas. I've had, going back to the spot where I saw 6 bucks the last time I was here. And shot that coyote, so I'm hoping this is a good morning spot as well. Last time I hunted it, it was in the evening, but regardless, hopes are high. Let's get it. Hey, before you go, right there, big one today?
Guaranteed.
We still have a lot of sit left in us, but again, that deer did exactly what it was supposed to do. Came right down this little funnel, so that really gives me a lot of hope for this spot. But I know he's a young deer, but he finally got downwind of me, and he didn't know what was going on because he was so young, but he knew I was there eventually, so he kind of just trotted off. But man, that deer came within like 10 yards of me. That's so exciting. What do you have to say first?
I have to say, how is Jack Sparrow not killing a deer? No, what I have to say is, man, I hope these deer don't walk by me because it's going to be a problem for them. That's all I have to say. I didn't see a deer this morning.
I'll say the non-explicit version for you guys, but if a deer wants to mess around, it's going to find out. Whether it
the
be
more
a
you
doe,
mess around, the more you're going to find out.
Yeah. Whether it be a doe, buck, fawn, person, elk, bear, bobcat,
Raccoon.
anything with 4 legs that walks by is dying from now on. So
Somebody's going to get the killing started in Kansas.
somebody's got to get the killing started.
I did it in Oklahoma. It's not up to me. Y'all got it.
Going into day 2 of the trip, I had a lot of enthusiasm, even though I did not have a good hunt the first day. Peyton ended up seeing a few deer the first day, but I got skunked. So I headed into a piece of walk-in hunting property, which is called Weehaw in Kansas, and saw a few deer throughout the entirety of the morning. At about 1 o'clock, I decided to move about 75 yards where I'd seen 4 different deer come out, and Peyton and I had agreed to do an all-day sit. About 30 minutes after I had been sit down at this new spot only 75 yards away, here comes the first person of the day.
So, man, I love public land. It's so fun sometimes. 2 times this trip I've been walked up on already.
30 minutes later, here comes another woman who proceeds to walk around, and I tried to whistle and wave at the people, but they were sort of oblivious to it. And I decided, you know what, I'm already in here. It's getting later in the evening. I'll just go ahead and stay.
Well, this is the 6th time that a hiker has walked by me today.
So I know I wanted to sit all day, made it till 3 o'clock. I'm getting down, boys. I can't do it anymore. I gotta try a new spot. You gotta sit there and ask yourself, am I hunting to hunt or am I hunting to kill? And right now I'm just hunting to hunt. So I gotta get somewhere I'm ready to kill. What's up, y'all? Like Carol said, 7 days, one decent buck. I've seen more people in Kansas than I have deer. Got walked up on by 3 hikers yesterday. Today I walked up on a dude, was huffing and puffing, sat down for about 5 minutes, and I just hear this guy scream out, or in a regular voice say to me, "Hey, you gonna sit right there, man?" And it scared the crap out of me because I didn't know he was in the stand. And I said, "Hey, man, I didn't know you were there. I'll just keep moving." And he said, "I think you should," which that snarky comment at the end kind of flustered me. But I think we're gonna end up heading more north. Hopefully it's colder, and hopefully the pre-rut/rut is kicking off a little more there, because we have been struggling here. Even though there's a lot of acres, I can't seem to get away from people. So got a few more days left of the trip, 5 days, 6 days, so we're gonna get it done. Just taking our licks early. Gotta work for it.
Alright, we made a move in Kansas. We changed units. Saw some deer in the last unit, but no bucks. There's too many people, too much pressure there. Trail camera only had 30 photos, five or six different doe, but there's no way that's telling the whole story. The camera's been here for weeks. We're in Kansas. There's water, there's bedding, there's food right here. There's just no way that a few good deer hadn't came through here. But we always like to say the trail cameras don't tell the whole story, so we're gonna set it out and keep you guys updated, and hopefully we can get one this evening. Stay tuned. But seeing, hey, at least that's a 1.5-year-old deer in here, you know. We'll see. We still have a lot of hunt left. We still got about another 45 minutes. Big boy probably won't show up if he's going to for another 30 minutes. So it's about that time where we get the bow out, put it in our hands, and pray to God that he's going to bless us with a big one, because he wasn't quite big enough, but gives us that confidence that we need. So stay tuned. Alright, so here's the deal. We're finally set up. It's Wednesday. I don't even know what day it is. It's kill a buck day, baby. We're set up pretty early. It's like 1 o'clock. We're gonna get a good 5-hour set in, 4.5, 5-hour set in today.
You didn't believe me about the title? This is called the crap strap.
The crap strap.
Put it around your waist, and you can go to the bathroom hands-free. It's pretty sweet.
So because a lot of the high winds that are in Kansas, it made it hard to get good interview audio in the last part of this video. So basically what's happening here is I've returned to the walk-in hunting area that I hunted back in early October and late September. I actually saw 18 deer on one sit up there, and I knew it was going to be a great spot, and I had drove by and saw about a 160-inch buck 40 yards away from the public on a piece of private land. I snuck in on the walk-in hunting area, set up about 40 yards from where I've been seeing some of these deer, and just sat on the ground right next to a rock formation and a telephone pole, and was just hoping to see if I could run into one of these deer. And right at dark, it gets pretty magical.
Well, guys, that was so crazy. Man, what just happened? I was sitting out here on some walk-in hunting area, and man, I was sitting on the ground, had a few does come in on me, and you know, I was on the ground, so I was fairly exposed, and they circled downwind and busted me. Well, I got in there, and saw a couple nice bucks. One looked to be about a 130-inch buck, and another 110-incher. But I snort wheezed at him with my nose, and you can hear it in the video. And I snort wheezed at him with my nose, and one of them snort wheezes back. He's like, and I was like, ooh, I got him riled up. I hit him again with the nostril snort, and you know, right at last light, circles around me, and I can make him out. Here he comes, and I knew it was one of those two bucks. He comes in at 25 yards. I draw on him, and, you know, he kind of throws his head up. He's like, "What's that?" And I busted him. And my arrow looks pretty good. Looks like liver and guts to me. He was quartering to me. I tried to hug that shoulder, but you know, it didn't look like the best shot I've ever made. So we're gonna give this deer time. We're gonna back out, but hopefully find us a tracker, and hopefully this deer didn't run on private land. That's kind of my hope. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. But I guess we'll see. We gotta get some word back to the boys. Gotta go get some food and call some folks. And it's hard to make him out, but he was a decent buck, and got him shot. So we'll see what happens from here.
We getting a deer this morning?
I don't know. You tell me. Christian shot one, but he's not telling us what he shot, nor where he hit it, or anything. He's not giving us any information, and I know that he knows.
It's not true. I don't know.
So we're gonna see.
We gonna find it?
Probably, because he also heard a crash 40 yards away. Well, congrats, dude. I mean, I know it's not what you were probably wanting, but still, it's a Kansas deer, and we spent 14 days out here, and that's the biggest deer I've seen in Kansas.
That's enough.
No, seriously, that is the biggest deer I've seen in Kansas.
Well, not the one I wanted, but not what I was after. But no, I'm not going to give you one of those speeches, because when I came to Kansas, my goal was to shoot a giant buck. And I've passed bucks that are twice this size already, but I'm happy with this deer. I'm proud of this deer. One of the reasons why is because we've been on a 2-week-long trip. I think this is day 10 or 11, and had a really cool experience with this deer. Came in at 25 yards on the ground after I'd already got winded by another deer, and I decided, you know what? It's last light. This is a big body deer that has antlers. I'm gonna be happy shooting this deer. So
So I shot him and went in with the tractor this morning. He went probably, I don't know, 80 to 100 yards. And here he is. He's not even in the top probably 10 deer that I've ever shot, but I've probably worked the hardest for any deer on this one. Big Kansas buck, probably 2.5-year-old deer, but I'm very happy with this deer, and I'm very proud of him. So anyone that's gonna shoot one like this season or watch this video, just know you can shoot a deer like this and be happy. I'm not gonna get to come back to Kansas the rest of this season, so shooting one like this on public land, on the ground, to me is still a heck of an accomplishment. 2022 Kansas buck, baby. I guess you could say BBD. I don't know if this classifies as BBD, but BD, buck down.